Now, May is literally just south of the Varrock Lodestone, so if we go and talk to her, I believe we have some rewards. So, talk about rewards. So, if we open the shop, has she got anything for us? There we go. So, if we claim all rewards, we're going to get one of these quest dice. So, this is going to be a tier 1. So, I think this relates to like an easy clue. So, we can get anything on the easy sort of clue table, which people have got things like Orlando Smith hats, they've got dies, they've got so many rare items from the actual ones. And I think we might have come good. Is the blue elegant skirter? Yes, it is. So that is a fortunate component. So we mentioned it a little bit earlier when we did the penguin, when we caught the 006 penguin. You have a chance of getting the caskets. Basically in the caskets now, for any form of clue scroll, you have clue scroll items which class as fortunates. So these are clue scroll items which are members, clue scroll items, which disassemble to something called a fortunate component, which people can use with invention to then make some money with. Now, these typically sell for 1 mil each. So just from doing those quests earlier on, we have made 1.2 mil profit, which when you think about it, just from doing those entry level quests, like they weren't hard. And not only that as well, on this quest list, there's a lot of quests which are like 5 quest points each, like Earnings for Chicken, for whatever reason, is 4 quest points. That's massive. So for every 25, you get the ability to go and have another quest dice, which is going to be pretty massive. So we'll throw this into the Grand Exchange. This is pretty much just paid for the Dragon Bones we're going to buy. Maybe even for a little bit more actually. 1 mil is quite a lot of Dragon Bones nowadays. So I'll put it on a Grand Exchange. With it being elegant, I'm not sure if it will sell straight away. So I'm just going to put it sub 1 mil because then it should go. But what we're going to go and do is buy some Dragon Bones. And let's just see what price they are at the minute. So Dragon Bones is going to come for 1.2k, which is criminal. Now, I only think I need something like 300-ish bones, which for 250k cash we've just bought has definitely covered that. As expected, they're too cheap. So they're up in price. Again, they're pennies compared to what they used to be. So we've just bought Dragon Bones there for 1.389 each. And that's after they've had a little bit of a rise. When I did the prayer on 7-day bond, I got mine for about 1.1k each, which is just too cheap. So what we're going to go and do is we're going to go and really quickly go and get 43 prayer. So 43 prayer gives us the ability to use the protection prayers. They don't protect 100% of damage, but they do protect about 50%, which is still very, very good. Now to get there, we're going to go teleport to Fort Free, and I'm going to show you guys where to run. The Chaos Altar is in about level 13 wild, which is not too bad because really like no one attacks you. It's only the NPCs which are in the wild. And what this does is basically gives us the ability to use the Gilded Altar bonus in the wild without having to have a Gilded Altar, which is very nice for us because for a Gilded Altar, you need 70 construction and that would cost us a lot more than what the prayer bones are going to cost as well. So we can just go there, and as well as that, we do have the ability of using the floating bank in the wilderness. One of the NPCs which kind of just walks around, and that means we can just go and bank really, really quickly to go and get some more bones, which is very nice. So what we're going to go and do here is run along to the wilderness ditch, which is just here. We're going to cross over and we're going to have to run past some fetid zombies. So just be a little bit careful if you're a low level just to avoid it. So these zombies can hit you a little bit, but if you're quick enough and you sort of move around this path, you won't really get damaged too hard by them. They are an exceptional way to go and train as well. So at some point we will go there. And this is pretty much where it is. So it's just a little bit northwest of the Chaos Altar. This is the banking NPC. So Simon, you can click on and bank as well. You can also use presets to make it a bit of a smoother transition. And literally all you need to do is use those bones on the altar and basically just AFK till you are finished. It's a really, really good way to train some prayer. And again, very cheap way to do it as well because Dragon Bones really don't cost a lot anymore. So this will be a nice little upgrade going forward. And I think it will pay off more than enough in the fact that we're going to be a lot more efficient when we do quests. So literally just click offer and then you're going to get that Gilded Altar XP. We're also going to do our daily challenge as well, which is nice because that will save us a little bit more money because we'll get some XP. And yeah, we'll come back when 43 prayer has been attained. We are then going to go and do Fight Arena. And then after Fight Arena, I think it'll be time to go and do Waterfall. And we'll see where we are for the day once those are completed. But the prayer XP is going to absolutely fly up, 252 XP per bone. It really won't take us too long to go and get 43 prayer. And the fact it's just been paid for by that quest dice is even better. Now, not that I think we'll end up doing it, but level 20 prayer does also give us the option of Blessing Sand. Blessing Sand can be a good way to make a little bit of GP for actually using prayer points. The methods died a little bit off since the Thieving update because you can now buy the sand for so much cheaper and the sand comes into the game so much more. It was a method actually at points which could make you like 9 to 10 mil per hour at like level 20 prayer, and that was the only requirement. You didn't need anything, you literally just needed to walk into the Lumbee Church and you could just bless for prayer, but it's not as good at the minute. So yeah, we'll see how we go. If there's some points where there's some AFK time and it makes money and it makes sense, we can definitely do that. But yeah, I'm going to go and just spam out 43 and then we'll go and finish off the fight arena. Right, so there we go, level 43 prayer. Literally took 10 minutes, and what this is going to give us is all of these things. First of all, it's going to give us an access to a lot of quests, like a lot of quests. But also, we're going to have protection from summoning, magic, range, and melee, which is what's going to just give us a bit of breathing room when it comes to doing quest bosses. Obviously, we're not the highest combat level, so we can just sort of limit the damage. But again, big requirements for all those quests down as well. So the next one we're going to go and tackle is going to be the fight arena. Now this is going to be in our dungeon, and the reason we want to do this is because it's going to give us 12,000 attack XP, which is going to be really, really nice. Very old quest fight arena, but kind of survived the time. So we're going to go over to Ardy now. We're going to have to go to south of Ardy and then go and start the quest. Again, going to speed run it because it's not really that long. The combat's probably going to take the longest, and we're just going to save spot. I'll show you guys the safe spots, just so in case you wanted to do it at a lower level, you can do it there as well. So now on to the combat side of the fight arena. So these are monsters which can be a little bit tricky to do, but there's definitely a way to go and safe spot all of them as well. So even with our level 20 spider wand and orb, we still only have a 25% hit chance, which is a little rough, but again, NPC here is actually serving as a safe spot. Where we're going to safe spot the rest is behind this skeleton. So they're going to walk out of these cages here, and we want to be on this side when this monster's just about died. So they're going to walk straight into the safe spot. Now, I think after this, you get dragged to the cells, and then you have to kill Bouncer and then Port Khazard. This is what we're going to safe spot around, and I'll just keep the clip playing just so you guys can see what we're doing in terms of that as well. But to be fair, that actually went down pretty easily. That wasn't too much of a problem. Okay, so the next one which is going to come out is going to be the Scorpion. So what we want to do, this is actually a little bit lower level than the other one. So we want to basically just hug this skeleton. Now, the Scorpion annoyingly won't seem to come around, and it will be able to range you over that. But the Scorpion has less HP, so just basically just do what you can. Those range prayers are going to come in really nice, but also take some food. Again, if you're low combat, you're low mage level, take some food. It's not going to cause any issues. It just means you've got a bit more protection and you've got a bit more space to maneuver around if you've got plenty of food stocked up afterwards. These quests don't really require many items. Take as much food as you need. It doesn't hurt if you need to heal a little bit up as well. So once this is finished, we're going to then get Bouncer, the Hellhound. Now this is definitely one which we can protect against. Level 77, especially if you're lower, Bouncer can cause you a little bit of problems. But he's literally just going to walk straight up and then straight behind that skeleton. And then literally we can just sit here and just mage it. Yes, the hit chance is very low at 19%. But again, it doesn't matter. This could take us 10 minutes. We're not going to take damage. We can literally just go in AFK Bouncer. Once Bouncer's done, General Khazard then becomes your target. He starts in like normal form to start with, and then he grows into a bigger form afterwards. Just basically do the same thing. Sometimes on the first phase, he can be a bit tricky to sort of get behind the skeleton. But literally just keep walking around, and then you'll eventually get him caught. And then once you've got him caught, same as Bouncer, just AFK away and then just do that. But definitely take the best magic weapons you can. Again, this has taken me quite a while to do. Use as good as you can in terms of stuff. I've just took off the arm and it's given me an extra 5% hit chance. So that is definitely worth doing as well. But we'll return once Khazard is going to sort of attack us, so I can show you guys how to lure him, and then we'll go from there. Right, 30 magic, and that is Bouncer finished. Now, General Khazard will go and be our next enemy, so he's going to come and attack us. And all we need to do pretty much is the same as Bouncer, just get him caught behind the skeleton, and then we can just farcast him from there. Now, as you can see here, he's very weird in terms of his shape, so he can struggle to get caught sometimes. But all you literally need to do is just go and run around, and you will get him caught at some point. It's just a lot of practice, but just be careful if you are someone who has like low HP, you can get hit quite hard at times. So I'm just going to try and get this done as soon as, there we go, we've got him caught then. Also make sure as well, don't talk to him because that's his first option is to talk. So right click and just go for attack. Once you've got him sort of in place, it's not too bad then, but he can be a little bit tricky to safe spot. But just make sure his left click is talk, always right click to attack General Khazard. So there we go, General Khazard is now in his bigger form. Again, 20% hit chance just means it's going to take me 5 minutes to kill. But again, it's not going to attack me, so I'll just simply just AFK. And then we'll report back when the quest is done. A big attack XP drop for this one as well, so we'll definitely get a couple of attack levels. And then we can decide what we're going to do next. I thought as well, while we're on the combat sort of quest arc, the tree quests are quite big as well. Both the stronghold and the village will give us like attack XP, magic XP, and also quite a big chunk of agility as well. So they can definitely be on the list for us to go and tackle next, along with the waterfall. So I kept saying really random things going through the jail, and I kept wondering why. And it's because a crash star has landed. I just thought it was part of a quest, but apparently not. But the good thing is with a crash star, when you discover one, you're going to get a bit of XP for finding the star. 525 XP just means we got a couple of mining levels. Because of the sort of tier of how it is, we weren't going to get a lot of XP anyway because we're such a low mining level. I actually can't mine that star because it's level 70 to do anyway, but shooting stars are a very good way to train your mining if you can catch them. They're another one of the distractions and diversions, very similar to the circus, but they're something which is on a daily basis as opposed to a weekly or a monthly. However, we have defeated Port Khazard. We can now go over to Lady Serville and go and collect our reward for this quest. So we have saved the day once again. We have got a little bit of quest XP. So we have gone to level 20 thieving, which is very nice, and also 29 attack. We are jumping up in that total level. So 29 attack is really good, because that's going to give us access to another slice of ham. It's going to give us access to some abilities which will make combat train a little bit easier. But also, we're going to be up in terms of the tiers we can use. We can go and use the iron weaponry. I'm sure we can use steel at that level as well. But yeah, basically we can use another tier of weaponry. Yes, we can steel as well. And that just means that when we decide to train attack, we can use a steel weapon, which will give us a much better XP rate as opposed to bronze. It's always more important for the melee stats to train attack first, to wield a better weapon, and then bring your strength up with it as well. However, that is going to be another quest done for today. I'm going to wrap it up there. In terms of the next episode, I think we're going to go and tackle things like Waterfall and also the Tree Gnome quest as well, because they're going to give us another bump in XP. And then I think by that point, we might have done some of the Stonewall segments, and it might be time to go and spend a little bit more cash. But this time, let's go and invest in some skills and pick up some levels, and then we can go in and sort of get moving with some other stuff as well. But just before we wrap up, we did get 30 mage, which is going to give us Rune Mechanic, Beneath Cursed Ties, and Evil Days Big Day Out. 26 HP, which is going to give us some abilities, which is very nice. 10 mining, which is going to be the Night Sword and the Tail of the Muspar. We'll probably do Night Sword very, very soon because that's a very good quest to do. 20 thieving is going to be Hand of the Sand, and then finally 16 rune crafting means we can now do fire runes as well. But going to wrap it up for another episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Please like the video, drop me any comments you've got for future episodes, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.